copywriting is, it's very interesting that a lot of people don't prioritize this, but it's actually a $10,000 an hour task for a lot of segments of a business. If the homepage of your website isn't working, if a landing page copy isn't working, the copy on a landing page, if you have a branded video and it doesn't really have an impact, like a branded video of your business, that's also copy, even though it comes out verbally, right? If your ads for something are pulling in, the wrong clients, any problem you're having, zoom out and ask, how can I fix this with just an offer? One sentence. So think about this on the homepage of your website. Let's just use that as an example. Okay. How could you make it so that every single person who visits the homepage of your website, now you're going to see the extremeness here. I'm going to get a little crazy for a second. All right. Picture this. Someone's mindlessly going through their day. I don't really trust, whatever. Blah, blah. All right. They're kind of in need for X. They're kind of browsing around, kind of need help, kind of. And then they go to your website and this is their reaction. How do I submit? Okay. That level of extremeness. That level of extremeness will produce this much of an actual reaction in the real world. That's it. Okay. So if you feel that the offer you have is going to have this reaction, okay, here's the real reaction that's going to be had is, that's it. Okay. So you think it's exciting. That's going to be down 20x from where you think it is. So that's why you have to be aggressive, right? With your promising. However, you have to, obviously, you don't want to mislead people, but you want to say things that capture attention and pique curiosity with the offer, okay? So the how-to without framework, okay, is the framework that we use to create offers. But the first thing I want you to think through is, what are the secret underlying needs of your niche? That is the actual key. What is the secret underlying need of your niche? If they're scared about using a lawyer, maybe their secret underlying need is, do I even need a lawyer? So when you go into how much of an expert you are, you're missing the number one need they have. Just, can I do this on my own? Do I even need to hire a lawyer? And then if we go into niches, what's the real underlying need of the vertical of nursing home abuse? Well, then we got to back up and say, what % of our good phone calls come from the family member versus the person? Then we think, well, actually, the burning need of that niche has nothing to do with the patient. Because the person reaching out, the offer has to apply to the caretaker or the family member. So you can go about how amazing you are at solving XYZ, but you could miss the fact that it's all about family member, family member, family member, family member. The key insight is you've mastered this when you're putting out content that scares you, because it's like, crap, I'm going to put myself out of business if I keep putting out content like this. That's when you're just starting to get copywriting right. So it's the appearance as though you're giving away all your secrets. That it's the appearance as though you know, all the stuff that we criticize. So again, we have to depersonalize our business model from the offer to become marketing machines, right? So the offer exceeds the copy. Now, I want you to also think if the offer exceeds the copy, I want you to think, what does your market need or want? Then I can worry about getting them as clients down the road. So for us, we did PPP. We are not a PPP company. Like, this goes through everyone's head. Like, we became like known for that, but it was just a need of the market, and we just educated people over time. That's not what we do. We just brought in an expert for it, right? So again, think about this for your market. Take yourself out of the equation. Now, the next thing I want to say is personal injury, consumer-facing verticals of business. They don't really want to know about, your expertise. Like, you look at people like Grant Cardone, for example. He appeals to people's they want to get rich, they want to get better sales, they want to grow their business, right? So he appeals to what his audience wants, and then on the back end, he funnels that into transactions. Personal injury audience. Most personal injury audiences are the lower 50% household incomes in a market, right? Well, do they want to learn about personal injury law? No, they want to see probably fun car videos and car wrecks, or just look at Ali Awad's Instagram feed. Look at Top Dog Law's Instagram feed. Look at Mark Wasserman's Instagram feed. That's what pot smokers really want, right? He built the biggest pot smoking audience that he now controls pretty much the marijuana defense market under Pot Brothers at Law. 500,000 Instagram followers, and all he does is apply to potheads. It's pretty simple. And then he just, he'll say, hey, if you ever get in this problem, just shut up, or you call me. So he appealed to the true needs of his niche, went all in. And while we're criticizing, oh, that's not exactly what I do, he's going ahead getting 500,000 followers and getting featured on Tosh.0. So you're criticizing, right fit client, only want to market to right fit clients. And he's getting interviewed on Tosh.0 because he's playing the game. So I follow an 8-to-1 ratio, sometimes a 5-to-1 ratio, where if I spend 30 minutes copywriting something, I'll spend 5 more times that researching it. Because when you know the secrets, when you put your head into the mind of your client, I'll go and read online forums all the time. The most powerful thing you could ever do is just go read online forums of what it is you sell. Go read online forums on what are people frustrated about around X. Literally just pull them out, and that becomes copy for whatever it is you want to copyright. It's like the number one secret to good offers is calling humans, because that's who's going to actually read your copy. Okay, a computer will not read your copy. It may interpret your copy, but a human is going to read what's on your website. A human is going to read what's on your ebook. A human is going to read the title of your event. A human's going to interpret what you write. So the best thing to do if you're ever confused in marketing is to call your actual real life clients. Now, other research models, Google Trends, Google Keyword Planner, going and looking at what worked for other people on YouTube, going and look at what worked for other people on Google, looking at forms of what your clients type in, going on Google and pressing the space bar after a couple keywords you typed in. That's called suggested search keyword research. All these things give you intelligence as to what your market wants and what they're typing in.